I'm making a concentrated effort to get through my TBR pile this year, so I hesitate to add anything new to it. But there are so many exciting books being released this year, and I can't wait to read them all. Maybe this is the year I'll finally hit my Goodreads challenge goal. I'll be regularly sharing reviews as part of the Tightwires book club. Please do keep an eye out for those while I finish all these, and hopefully it encourages me to read faster. Here are a few books I'm excited to read this spring. Number 1. Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. I don't have a physical copy of this book. I'll be reading the ebook, but I'm very excited to dig into Kaveh's fiction because I'm a huge fan of his poetry. I'm so excited to see more poets writing fiction recently. This book has been out since January, but I haven't had a chance to pick it up yet, so I'm really excited to dig into it. Number 2. The Book of Love by Kelly Link. This is Kelly Link's fiction debut, if I'm not mistaken, and she's an acclaimed short story writer, so I'm really excited to see fiction from her. Also, the premise of this book just sounds amazing. A trio of dead friends given a magical second chance with some major conditions attached to return to the world of the living. So cool. Out since February 13. I'll be reading an ebook. Number 3. Little Monsters by Adrienne Broger. This came out in July 2023, but I didn't know until I stumbled across it in my library feed, and then it was an instant download when I saw the name. Adrienne Broger is an incredible writer. I interviewed her back when I was working for Spine Magazine, ahead of the release of Wild Game, her best-selling memoir, which I deeply enjoyed, and I rarely enjoy nonfiction, so I'm really looking forward to reading her fiction. And I got an audiobook copy from the library, so that's how I'll be reading that. Next, I'm excited to read Self-Mythology by Saba Karamathi. I am so excited to read this. I love Saba, I love her poetry. She's such a girl's girl. I'm super excited to be interviewing her soon for Tightwires. She'll be my final guest this season. Look for that episode on March 28th. Next, I'm excited to read How to Be Your Dog's Best Friend by the Monks of New Skeet. We just got a puppy. His name is Luca. He's very cute. He's a joy, but he is a handful sometimes. And my friend Cal recommended this book to us. This is actually their copy. Cal is a longtime dog owner, and every time I ask them a question about dogs, they're like, it's in the book. So I'm excited to read it. Next, I'm excited to read Secrets of Divine Love by A. Helva. I'm also excited to join a Ramadan book club for this book through At Your Service, which is a storytelling company founded by one of my favorite journalists, Noor Tagore. Joaquin already had a copy of it. He also read it during Ramadan and thought it was quite good. I've heard a lot of other people say that it was very good, so I'm excited to read it this Ramadan. Speaking of Joaquin, next on my list is Through the Night Like a Snake from Two Lines Press. This is an anthology of Latin American horror. Two Lines has a series called Calico series, where they focus on different regions and languages around the world in order to form collections. This is the most recently published entry in that collection. It's 10 stories of Latin American horror, including one by Joaquin. Works in translation are really interesting because you get to see authors in other places. You get to find out about styles in different regions and places and languages, and that can be very different than what the average American reader is accustomed to. I always feel like reading translation helps me level up my own writing, and Joaquin is a very talented translator, so I'm excited to read his story in this collection. Last but not least, I'm so excited to dig into The Hemlock Queen by Hannah Witten. This is an advanced reading copy because she is going to be a guest on my channel next season, and I'll be interviewing her for that at the end of this month. This is the widely anticipated sequel to The Foxglove King, which I just read and loved. You can see my review here. And in true Hannah Witten fashion, The Foxglove King ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to pick up the narrative again and dig into this. And will as soon as I post this video, because I'm interviewing Hannah soon and I need to ask her questions about it. Look for that episode on April 4th and look for The Hemlock Queen wherever books are sold on April 9th.